Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, passing may come at a cost. The Niners are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against a Giants team that will need to avoid those turnovers.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's caught to the right side of Smith. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Handoff comes to Hyde. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. They run it again with Hyde. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing. No, check. Patriots.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to wind up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Webb now from the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Webb, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop.
Let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked. Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Powering his way forward. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run again with Hyde on first. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly. Take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Complete here, it's Hyde. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Down, it's Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go.
On second down, Webb. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back with more after this. They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And New York set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football. There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, Plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, balls out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps close. It's harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now out come the Giants. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
No, Jack, Patriot!
From the gun, Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Webb trying to get him to the line and set quickly.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. The final shot before break. Webb, and some room to work. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive.
He's got daylight past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards it.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split.
Didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. On the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, Niners. Watch it now, Barney.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nigel Bradham able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw from his end zone, Webb. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He finds Beckham complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Missed.
It will not go down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down throw. Webb. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Webb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Now Webb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find it.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Giants. 54 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
To throw on 3rd down, Webb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Rosas puts this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 3rd down, Webb to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Let's go. 3-19. Lead. All right, now. Look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
Here's Darkwa. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Orleans Darkwa with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Play action. Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. In the red zone this time. On 2nd down, Hyde. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They come up in an offset eye. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They try right side here, Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive team.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to...
you